Hello, James Maxwell, Supersonic Studios here, and I just wanted to do a quick video to get this out of my head for the time being so I can stop carrying it around. I have been watching the Zorro series, the new Zorro series on Amazon Prime, and it's awesome, and I love it. It's super enjoyable, but of course I'm interested because it contains a bullwhip in it. Now, here's the thing. The bullwhip action is a whole bunch of stuff that I don't think we've ever really seen before. We've seen it, but not like this. It's lovely. I've got thoughts on it. I'll do a whole video on that later. But I wanted to show you how watching what is possible with whip action in film, or at least the impression of whip action in film, what that could do for another franchise. I'm looking at you, Indiana Jones. Primarily that if Indiana Jones was at the same level as Zorro with the understanding of his tool and the capabilities of his tool, then, he might remember that he has it, not get punched in the face repeatedly, but that's neither here nor there. So let's look at the opening of Raiders of the Lost Ark and how I would redo it now seeing how Zorro did. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the end of the hallway. Again, we're shooting indoors. It's not ideal. We're not gonna get this full speed or anything, but hopefully you'll understand what I'm saying. Whip I'm using is an 8-foot indie style by Louis Fox. So we are gonna, I'm gonna come back here. We're gonna recreate the opening scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark as I would reshoot it today. I want to play around with this idea. Maybe you can too. So here we go. I'm going to try to talk loud so you can hear me. But basically, right here, I'm actually just going to do this in multiple sections. So basically, here's what I'm thinking, right? We have the opening. Barranca has the pistol. He's leveling it at Indy. We hear the click of the revolver. Indy's head tilts. We get the shot as it goes to his belt, and then a shot back here, and then he disarms Barranca. So what happens if we did it this way? I'm going to move up here so I can actually do this here. What if we did this way? So Barranca has his gun level. We hear the click. There's that. It comes off the belt. Now the whip's going to stay low because it doesn't have to go high in order. And remember, we're using this Spielbergian edit here. So everything is really short shots. So we're not trying to do a long shot. Also, this is mostly in darkness on Indiana Jones's side because he hasn't come into the light yet for that iconic shot. But the whip is going to come low, and then we're still going to have that first forward throw towards the hand for the disarm, right? So that was kind of a terrible throw, but you get the idea. So there goes the gun. The gun has now fallen. This is where it stops in Raiders. But what happens if instantly Indy reloads and throws to head height? Right into Barranca's face under the brim of his hat. Hands instantly go up. His weight is going to shift to his back foot. And what does Indy do? Of course, he's going to reload again. And he's going to throw down, wrap the leg, pull him onto his back. And now, as Barranca looks up, we see Indy coming to the light, coiling his bullwhip. Imagine that instead of a 1, a 3, right? So instead of just disarming, because that doesn't stop the threat, Barranca could come after him with a knife, something else could happen. Instead of that, Indy, understanding that he has this great tool at his disposal, actually uses it to his advantage. So what's he going to do? He's going to disarm Barranca in the same fluid. He's going to get him off balance, moving backwards, right? Getting the weight off that foot, then casting to the foot, pulling him on his back. He's now on his back. He's way less of a threat than he is just staring at Indy. And then Indy comes forward with that classic look and idea of, well, congratulations. Now what are you going to do? Now that, I think, would give Barranca reason to run. So, I'm going to play around with this further out throughout the year, but I just wanted to get it out of my head. So there you go. In the meantime, practice. Stay safe.